Shalom, children of Israel. My name is Mika Massa. Greetings. Luvuvamu, Salama to all my Bantu people outside here. Like I have told you before, I went to Africa to bring out the Kingdom of Congo. You should know I am a messenger like many others outside there too. And all of us has a work, and as the Most High showed Christ that he has to die on the cross, or let's say on the tree, the same thing he showed Abraham he should be the father from many nations, etc., etc. And like this thing, if the Most High called you, he will reveal you your ways. So I have started this ways starting preaching 7 years ago, and I do that really with all my powers. And my English channel is very new. It's only 1 year old. It's quite new, but I have channels in Germany, and I have Portuguese channels, and even for Lingala. So for the Bakongo people and Baluba people and all the others Bangala people. So I started with them, and the Most High revealed me that the most of my messages is better if I start preaching also the Gentile nations. So this means the Germans. After that, I went to Portuguese people, and now I'm going to do videos for the Americas people, or all the English speaking peoples. So the mission is very clear that we are doing. We spreading out the true history of Congo, the knowledge of Congo, of Ethiopia, let's say Africa. We are really we sharing our truth, because we have to know we are the generations from kings. And our kings, they sold their power by confession to Christian leaders. They brought them to Portugal, to Belgium, and etc., etc. And there they was so confused. They saw many land masses. They saw many things there. So they confessed their powers, and so the Christian churches took our treasures and our powers and brought them outside the country. So this marriage was a spiritual marriage, because I had to bring, because I grew up in Europe. I have a Europe mentality, like the Americas. Afro-Americans have the Americas mentality, like the French people have the French mentality, even if they are black, Chinese, etc., etc. And I have the German mentality, so I had to go back to where my ancestors come from and took a woman from there. And this is my woman Deborah, and as the Most High says, the king will come. The king will come, and I don't not want to say a lot of things about that, about the king that will come out of us. And you know my prophecies about 2020 and 2021 and 2022, because we will colonize Europe. Our children will colonize Europe, but this colonization will be a spiritual colonialism. In this video, we will talking about war, the Israelite war. So it will be very spiritual, because you should know I make only spiritual videos. So we will start with the Vatican. The Vatican is totally broke. Yeah, because you should know the Vatican. Yes, if you see in the book, let's say scriptures, Bible, it says like, the Romans, they mostly speaking about the Vatican. They do not speaking about Romans, etc. They're speaking about the Vatican. And the Vatican, or the Greeks, they went even up to Congo. And we have a lot of stories about that, what they did there. Like I told you, our kings, they confessed their powers before the Vatican leaders. And the Vatican leaders, they destroyed us, they burned our houses, they raped our women, so we have a lot of half-caste, etc. And even after that, we went out of the so-called Middle East, yeah. We went down to Zimbabwe and made our kingdom there. We built our kingdom there, and then we went up to Southern Africa, then up to Congo, let's say Angola. The Vatican, they came to us as false prophets, yeah. And these false prophets, they teach us something that we never knew before, because we are the Israelite from the Bible. And we never lived in such things like such situations like today, that we was living in hunger, etc. No, we had stone buildings, we had governments, we had everything what we need, and we had spiritual powers, like it shows you in the Black Panther movies. So the Vatican, their mission was exactly to showing us another God, to showing us another spiritual powers that they don't have, so satanic powers, and to showing us another God. This means Christ, okay? Christ, because our forefathers knew nothing about Christ. Yes, of course, we believe on someone that he was there in the Middle East and did some miracles, and he went up to the Father, and now today he become our spiritual, the highest spiritual priest. We can believe on that, but how the Vatican sold us this guy, yeah, so Christ, this wasn't the way they should shown us to us. The same thing these false prophets are showing us Christ today. They're showing us a Christ that is not Christ at all. And we have a bunch of problems because of that. Because this people, these people are showing us, are teaching us a wrong way. And you should know something. This Christ, he says that he will come to unite the Israelites and the Gentiles. So a lot of people would say, no, he just come for the Israelites, etc., etc., and he will only unite the Israelites. Is some of that is the truth, but we have to know the Israelites has to rule over someone. So he will also unite the Gentiles. So, and this Christ is coming with fire. He's not coming to become a priest, like the most people say, highest priest, and etc., etc. Yes, he has his priests outside there. That's why I started with my little testimony, what kind of work I do. Because many people think if I do not do movies, they think I do not work for the Most High. The Most High has a lot of work for us to do. That's why I had a bunch of problems the last 7 years to find people that can work with me, or to wake up people in many types of classes, because I have a gift. I can help in everyone with that what he's doing. If he is a doctor, if he is an engineer, etc., I can help him with the ruach that the Most High gives me. I will ask, and they will give me answers. The angels give me answers. I can talk to my ancestors. My ancestors are Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Even Christ is inside there, and all the other prophets. So yes, the most prophets that I am connected with are the last prophets that came out, like Kimbangu, Simon Toku, Mpadi, Kimpa Vita, and all our other prophets. So we can communicate to them. Some people can say this is something like ghost worship or something like that, but they have to ask Christ himself what he did in the ancient time. He was using the scriptures, and the scriptures wasn't the Bible at all. The scriptures that he was using, he was saying it is not written in your scriptures that you write that this and this and this and that. So Christ, he did not use Bible verses, so he was already a verse and verses and a book. He knew the things what the ancestors was telling him. He knew the role of the role of Israel, and he knew all commandments. He knew all these things. So you cannot deceive this man. So what I want to say is we have to be spiritual, not religious. And the most of us are believing on things that is religious, like all of this false prophets down here. And if you see today our political leaders in Africa, etc., are not, they do not, how can I say, they do not win any fight against the nations. It's because no one of them knows their history or are using the power from the ancestors from Israel. This means these people are always going to the Vatican or to the Islam. If you watch it carefully, in the whole world, every African believes on the Islam or in the fake Christian churches or Christian doctrines. So this means all leaders from us, no one of them will come out, or no one of them that rules right now or ruled before Africa, Ethiopia, was inspired by the power of the most Tatanzambi Mpungu Tulendo, yeah, of Zulu Mongo. So we have a lot of problems of that, because these people are using spiritual powers. They go and taking it in India, they go taking it in the Israel today. They call Israel. They take it in the Vatican. They go to Islam. But our spiritual leaders in the ancient times, like King David, we have Solomon, we have Saul, we have Christ himself, that he says he is the king of Israel. This means he will be a political king of Israel, a political ruler like David was or Saul was, etc., etc. Because how can you be a king of a nation if you do not rule them in the political way? And that's why this movie here is very special, and it will shows you that Christ will be a political leader. Yeah, and this is that what we are working through now. I do not have to preach every day and making movies, because there is a bunch of lies and bunch of false prophets outside there. Like you can see it right here. Yeah, these are a bunch of liars right here that came, and a lot of them will come. So I'm not against them, because Satan's signs must be come to this world. It must be fulfilled, like like Massa himself. He in the wilderness, he took the snake and put it up, yeah, above everything for the Israelites, as a symbol that now is the time for the snake, that now is the time for Satan. Christ himself says that this is the time for Satan. You see, This is Satan's time. He has to rule, but he has only a little time. He has to do all those things. His signs must be fulfilled. Like the prophet says, the Israelite has to go out of Africa by ships, etc., to go to other, to be destroyed in the four corners of the earth. All these things must be fulfilled. You understand me? So the same things happens with the World Trade Center or the wars, the first or second or World War. All these things must happen because Satan's things must be fulfilled. Yeah, because you can see it in the dollar. Like if you in the first dollar, you see the pyramids. You see that if you put the dollars, you make it like something smaller or something like that, and then it will become. Then you see the World Trade Center is crashing down. You see in The Simpsons, you see Donald Trump as president. They show they show their tarot cards. They show their movements. The devil movement must come. So only like this, the Most High will be. We're getting right, and his prophets and servants we're getting right to that what they say, but or have said already about the world and about Satan, what he will do. And these things he will not listen that to or hear that from this kind of prophets, because they have their prophets on the things that they are preaching to us. You see, they making profits with it. But that's why the Most High is very, very smart. He's not using us only for preaching, but he's like you. If you see movies from me, I go out and preach out that today Israel is not the biblical Israel. I preach out things like what is with agriculture. Agriculture makes a part of our of the commandments of Yah. And people do not understand. At the moment, we have in Spain all the rivers in Spain, Portugal, even in Germany. Soon you will see no rivers. The rivers are going down. Desert, klima. You see everywhere fire in the world. You see things going down. And people say, "Yo, Israel in the Middle East is the beloved earth that the Most High gives our forefathers." How can that be if we cannot even do their agriculture? The bottom, the earth there is not good for agriculture, and at all. Now at the moment they put in everywhere in Spain and Germany there are protests because they destroyed the earth. You can't not do any agriculture over there. And the Chinese people are feeding the world right now. Chinese people are feeding the world. So then you see Vatican, broke people, Arabia, soon no oil, everything like water, earth, air. Then you have animals, you have every kind of life is going back where it come from, to the equator in Africa, Ethiopia, there where the base is from this earth, the mother from us all. So if these people do not preach those things here, like these people here, they do not preach about Congo. Yeah, if they do not do that, they are false prophets, and the Most High will show it to them. So people like Kanye West and etc. You can see this. You can see them, all of them here. Yeah, and these false prophets. Yeah, they will be judged. And the Most High is judging already, and he's showing us another thing, that our so-called saviors or government are ruled by a spirit. Because if we speaking about Satan, we speaking about a spirit. If we speaking about Yah or God, we speaking about a spirit. That's why some of us calling ourselves are gods. That's why you have to know that God made himself a human. Yeah? So you have to know that. If you say, if he say he made himself in his image, you are not a dog, you are not any kind of animal, you are not a tree, you are a God. So you have to know that. You are fighting against other gods. So other spirits. And this is very important to know. If you see that our rulers in Africa, our black rulers everywhere in America and everywhere these rulers came from, they do not change the world with that what they learned. Like astrologers, we have scientists, we have dentists, we have psychological people that learned it. We have professors, we have people that make agriculture, engineers, we have presidents. Why they do not go back where they come from? This is Africa. Because the spirit that they have is not the spirit of the Most High at all. That's why they do not they do not share the same spirit like the Most High. Like I told you, if our leaders today in Africa want to do something good for Africa, and they do business with some Europeans, the Europeans, they know who they are worshiping to. They know for who they are doing that. All this kind of powers that they have protecting them, but these African leaders, they had always strange powers. It's the same things like all these kind of names that I called before, like engineers, professors, etc. All of them, they are not working with the ruach of the Most High. That's why they cannot do anything for Africa or for themselves, for their community. But these things are going to change now. These things are going to change because Congo is coming to change all these things. Now it's time for war. Do you understand me? Now it's time for war. Prepare for war. And this is the base that I want to teach you today, because many people think I am a fool if I say that Christ will be a politician, that he will come not with the government like the most people think. No, he will come with his with a vest. He will dress like a politician. Why? Because first of all, you have to know Christ is always here. If you talk about Christ, you're talking about a power. Okay? This is the first thing you should know. If you talk about Christ, that he will come, you talk about a Christ that will come to bring out a new government. The Christ government. The Christ government with the Christ soldier. This means he will bring the angels from him back to ruling over this world, like it was in Congo in the ancient times. Like it was in the ancient times in all Africa, in all Ethiopia. Okay? And this is that what he want to bring back to us. Okay? And so if you talk about a Christ again, that he will come, then you're talking about a Christ that will rule after the 1,000 years. In the 1,000 years, a Christ will rule. After the 1,000 years, a Christ will come. Listen carefully. And this Christ, he will come in a spiritual body, and then everyone will see this Christ. They will see this Christ and will say, oh, this is the king over there. And even the people who died already, the people that sinned, the people that are good, everyone. And we will be in Zulumongo, me, Michael, and other prophets. We will preach the gospel. And some of us will come from heaven, and we will fight against Satan again. And even in the 1,000 years of peace, there where we will construct our mountains, our walls in Africa, where the most of the nations will serve us. Many people will be as refugees in Africa, will come as refugees in Africa. Many of the other people will stay in the nations where we come from, because we will run away from these places where we scattered. So the Most High will bring us back, but many of us will stay there. and they will suffer, and war will be there, and we will be in 1,000 years. But you don't know that because you never ask yourself. Yeah, and yeah, then after that last part, that Christ will come with angels, and we will preach, and we will fight judgment. Then we will fight these people in spirit. Okay, in spirit. But this is a long way, because you have to know everything that happens to you. Yes, to you that you're listening now to this video. You was not one time. You did not come one time to this earth. You was already here. Yeah, and you have to know that. Yeah. So everything that what you are today is that what you was before, and everything what you will be later. So afterlife, after this life right here, in your next life, it depends on that what you are doing now. Okay. Okay. Let's go. I think you have written some precepts right here. Yeah. For they have shed the blood of your saints and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink as they deserve in Revelation. Okay? And here, for as much as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took a part of same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the evil. Yeah? So in this, the children of Yah are manifest, and the children of the evil. Okay, you can see it. Yeah, this is you cannot overcome, yeah, and pass all these things if Satan do not do his work. So Yah has given Satan an authority, a work. Yeah, he has to fulfill it, because prophets said it. These things has to be fulfilled. And we cannot deny it. We cannot say that, hey, you are Satan in the streets. We have to be spiritual. We have to stay tuned. And every one of us has a work. That's why the work that I do is a total different work that the most people do. I cannot always preach, or I cannot only preach in English. I have to preach in Mandarin. I have to preach for the Arabian people. I have to tell them that. Because if I do not tell them, who will tell them? And if I do not tell them, how can it be fulfilled, the things that I said to them? Yeah? Because we are gods. We are representing God in these minutes. I do representing God. I'm talking to my people. You have to know that. It's very important. That's why he said, listen carefully to your parents. Because they are your God. You have to listen to them. Okay? It's the same thing like me. I'm representing at this moment the Most High. Okay? Like he said to Maza. Okay? I will no more speaking to these people directly, because they cannot stand against my power. But you, Maza, I will make you a God in front of my people. Go and tell them, Ezekiel, you son of man, you go tell my people. Here, Jeremiah, son of man. Then you have Christ, son of man. Me, I am a son of man. Okay, there are many son of mans outside there. So again, we understand now how this satanic people transformed a new gospel, a new lie. So you will never listen from any kind of any president. We live by Mzambi Mpongu, and we will do for Africa that and that. No, you will always listen. Yeah, Jesus said, and Jesus was. Yeah, we believe in Jesus. This is our president. Yeah, Muhammad and Grace. You see, or like Mobutu, etc., talking more rubbish things and mixing many things, but they do not share the gifts or the real power of the Most High. So this will be changed. This must change. Prepare for war. So as you can see that the Vatican is going to end, and many things are coming with speed to us. Everything is going fast, 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 because the Mosai is coming. He's angry, etc., etc. So it is written, only that the generation of the children of Israel might know to teach them war, at least such before knew nothing thereof. Now, like I have told you, Psalms 110, Christ will come and prepare his people to become spiritual again, that we can fly, that we can talk, that one day we will talk again to the Most High directly, so that he will give us his power, that we can do like things like space traveling. Okay, we will travel from America to Africa in 1 second, and then you will see that America and Africa is not so far away. So then later you will understand why the Mosai says that one day for him is like 1,000 years. So, brothers and sisters, the power is coming back. And who will teach you that? This is my mission. This is my mission. And my mission is to show you, again, the greatness of our kingdom. And this is internet. Why should I not go where the greatness came from, and fight and bring there the fruit thereof? Because we have a big problem over there in Wakanda. The people do not even know the most of the things Americas or Europe know, because we do not have internet, we do not have food, we have a bunch of problems. So we have today people that are chosen, that lives in the promised land, but they do not share the same knowledge as us. That's why the Mosai took us out of these pure situations and give us a little bit, not much, because we have to give honor and thanks to them every day. We have to be like angels. So he gives us a little bit knowledge and give us to everyone, not only to one, but to everyone, so that we can put it together and we can bring it again back there where we come from. That's why we need soldiers everywhere. But in our land, these people must be protected, because the people will come from Europe, America, Spain, French, Russia. They will come from Asia, all over Asia, Turkey, to come to the promised land. But hey, it can come now. If we are not protected, everyone can come to the promised land. So what he will do, he will protect the promised land. He needs soldiers over there that will teach them the truth. Not like our teachers, false teachers here today, like in Nigeria. We have a bunch of lying prophets. But it's not only in Nigeria. We have in the Congo, in Angola, in Southern Africa, people like Afrocentric, etc. We have bunch of liars. They do not speak about those things that I'm speaking to today. They do not tell you the truth. They do not tell you who you are. They do not tell you how you can get to your Asian powers. Because this is the problem that we have. That all the most of our teachers outside there, they do not work for the Most High at all. So we need now the true powers, the true speakers. And this true speakers has to teach our people the true power, so that they can protect the land. So the Gentiles, if they come, only the good ones can enter. And even the Gentiles that are already inside the land, they have to go out of it if they are wicked. And all of them that will come, they have to serve, because the king will be in the north, and he will sit there in the mountains. And there will be equally, and we will have food, we will have waters, it will be like in Starship Galaxy or something like that. Star Wars, you see. You see, we will have a Darth Vader over there. You see, I want to tell you only, yeah, that the Most High is not a liar. There is a spiritual power that is coming with by force to come to take over the whole land, the whole world, and it comes by force, and it is not good at all for the Gentile nations. Okay, and now we need wise people that have the spirit of Yah, so that these people can wake up Yakuba. Okay, and this is very, very important for us. Yeah, and because the Mosai says, who are the children that will have my name? So what is his name? If he said that his children have his name, Congo is his name. So we will protect and we will teach these people, if they are small, little kids, if they are growing up, what is the Most High? Because the Most High is you, the power in you. And this is that what we will teach them. So, and if the power comes, finally, my brother, be strong in Mwami. So, in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yah, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see that? Prepare for war. This is that. So the Most High will preparing us. Yeah? We will not fight by weapon, etc. Yes, North Africa will go to war. We will have some wars in Africa because the last wars are coming, because the Most High has to destroy totally the government. He has to destroy totally the government. And if people say, oh, look at that, we have earthquakes in Earth, we have everywhere is coming fire in California, in Southern America. I made a video about it, about laser technology. But I heard from my brother in Southern Africa, they was the first ones. Hey, listen carefully, everywhere is fire coming out in Africa. And I said, no, it's not the truth. And there was like, then I saw videos about other prophets in Americas. They said they made videos about in Congo and everywhere fires coming out there. I said also it's a lie. Then I made myself a video about it, and I say, okay, it has to be laser technology and something like that. But the truth is, there is nothing, because the Most High did not reveal it to me, and that's why I am very proud. If sometimes I'm attacking and say, no, you people have to learn. There was nothing. There is nothing, because Most High said it very clear. I protect Israel day and night. Nothing will happen there. So he's preparing his people also for war. And this will happen because he said it like this. Then if other people say there comes fire over there, it's a lie. You're fake prophet. You are. Okay? Because I was there. I do agriculture there. I preparing things over there in the Congos and everywhere. In the north of Angola, there where Ethiopia is, there where the Baluba came from, there where the Bakongo came from, where all the people that saw the mighty power of Yah came from, there where the Deuteronomy, so the things that happens in Deuteronomy or the Leviticus, there where these things come from, there where we can see the things happen that is written in the Maccabees, there, it is there where we see the Catholic churches burns our villages, took our women's and said, do not be Jews no more, do not do that no more. It's there. There where you can see all kinds of stones and minerals, etc. These people will feed the world. I am there. I go there. I live there. I am in spirit with these particular areas right there. And all the Africans from north, from east, from the whole world, the people will come over there to live, to breathe. Yeah, if you want to live, you know now where you have to go to. And people say it's burning. I say, who? What? No! I saw diamonds and everything is over there and it's waiting for us. I don't see, I see people that do not know these things that I'm preaching. Yes. I saw people that do not know how to do agriculture to feed themselves. Yes. I saw people, I saw land that is wasted. Yes, this is the thing that I saw. I saw people, humans that need your help. People that need your intellect. People that are how can I say, they are thrown down, they are forgotten people. This is the things that I saw there. Israel is forgotten. No one cares about Israel. But you took your face and your eyes and put it into another place. This is your problem. But the truth is, this place will never have any kind of problem because the Most High is not a liar. I say it always, the Most High is not a liar. He has protected it before and he will protect it. And he knows what he's doing over there. So he says, the Most High is a man of war and Congo is his name. He teaches my hands to war so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. And Moses sent them to war, 1,000 on every tribe, them and the Phinehas and the son of Eleazar, the priests, to the war with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hands. Yeah. So David blessed Yah, is my strength, with teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. A time to love and there is a times to hate, a times of war and a time of peace. Think not I came to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay? And he said unto him, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lacked ye nothing? And they said, nothing. Then said he unto them, but now he that had a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that had no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. It's time to prepare the truth, because we are a nation that has a power. And if we do not obey the power and listen everywhere, everyone says this and this and this. And if we do not gather as one nation and one people, we will never win. That's why not everyone is as teacher outside there. Not everyone is as writer outside there. Like Baruch. Baruch was a writer. We have people that we have a lot of kind of works outside there. The people has to do. And I am not sleeping. If you see me, I'm not doing videos like always doing videos. You know I do another thing. Because the Most High is preparing a lot of things. He's preparing a lot of things for us. Yeah? And you should know. Yeah? Like it is written. Let the nation be roused. Let them advance into the valley of Josaphat. For there I will sit to judge all the nation, one every side. You can see I made a video about Russia. Russia is making now pact with Africa. We have people like Gaddafi and all them that tried to put in bombs, the own value of money in Africa. The things will come. No one can deny it. Europe and all these nations are going to, their end is coming. The end is coming. And if you not become a spiritual man, not confess, yeah, if you do not agree with Congo, because many people say, why you are like Congo here, Congo there. If you do not agree with that, you have to find something else. Because if the rings bells, ding, 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 we will know where we go. But you will not go where we go. Because you will not understand. You have to follow and listen to that what we are saying. It's very important. He says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Most High is near, and valley of decision. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All the burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces. To all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. So now people might think they will fight against this kind of Jerusalem in the Middle East. They will come to destroy the walls for the 1,000 years. They will come for us, but the Most High will be prepared. We will be human gods. We will fight them with spiritual powers. And our kids and children will rule over them, over Europe, Americans, and everywhere, China and Russia. That's why we are here. We will colonize them. My name is Mika Master, and I hope you understand all these things. Why I'm fighting, yeah? And I only listen to the Most High. I do not listen to the things what man says. Only to the Most High. Because it's very important. And you should know, the first people who will understand all these things will not be the children of Israel. Jacob will not understand. But the Gentiles, they will. And Jacob will follow.